Today I'm going to be working with the Everyday You and Me Scrapbooking Workshop. If you buy this from Stampin' Up, it makes 3 double-page layouts, as you can see right here. And I'm going to be switching it up and making some of my own. I will take you through the first 2 layouts. Now, as you see, it has a lot of feminine type things with it. I think it has this beautiful plaid paper. I love this distressed hash marks and the back that have the different colors. This has a leafy print, and then there's a floral print I will not be using. This is the specialty paper for the scrapbook workshop, and this is another specialty paper. They are only printed on one side. Then we have this huge cutout. It's cute, but I don't think I'm going to work it into the workshop that I'm doing. And some more punch outs, a bunch of big florals. And again, I'm not going to be using all of the flowers. It has some beautiful cardstock too, some pretty Peacock. It has some Lost Lagoon. And then it has all of these stickers. Many of those are also very floral and leaves and things like that. So I'm going to be taking this workshop and switching it up and making it into a very masculine workshop. I'm also bringing in some retired Tartan foil cardstock. I love this, and it's very shiny, iridescent, as you can see for some of this foil. It features copper clay, Lost Lagoon, and this pebbled path. I will not be using the pebbled path in my workshop. So I'm going to stretch this into a 12-page, 6 layouts workshop, and I'm basing it off of Kelly Baxter-Fitzgerald's Hey Handsome scrapbooking workshop. And I'm going to do her first 2 layouts and switch up the Everyday You and Me so that it is very masculine. I'm working on a scrapbook, and I'm working in collaboration with the Inspiration Collaboration Design team. Now, as you can see, I have cut out all the pieces for my workshop for 6 layouts. I'm going to do the first 2 layouts with you. These are some pages that I'm doing for a friend's scrapbook. My friend's son is graduating high school this year, and I just loved the papers in this pack and thought it could be used much more masculine than the ones that we saw featured in the promoted workshop. They're beautiful. I just need something much more masculine. So I'm coming in and putting down my strips of paper. I think the copper clay along the top and the pretty Peacock papers along the bottom are beautiful, and I love that print for the bottom strip of paper as well. So I've based all of this off of a workshop from Kelly Baxter-Fitzgerald, and hers was a sparkle and shine workshop. So that means it's one of the over-the-top ones with lots of Cricut cuts and beautiful elements. So I've simplified the workshop some so far, and I have done the Cricut cuts. You also would need the Hey Handsome Cricut digital file collection. Those were from Close to My Heart, and I did have that collection. So this is one of the Cricut cuts that is in the file that I got from Kelly, and I just love the big arrow. So whenever I'm doing something masculine, especially for like teenage boys, I like to use lots of arrows and stars. A lot of times it'll be for a sports layout. And even if it's not for a sports layout, I do use leaves. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring any leaves into these layouts. Some of those might be added later, just depending on if they work their way into like some prom layouts or homecoming or something of that effect, then I really like to bring in the leaves and botanicals. So here I'm bringing in my Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. I love this plaid, and it works perfectly with all of the plaid papers that are in my workshop. It gives just a little bit of texture, and I'm providing some balance by doing just the one small circle embossed on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side of the page, one of the photo spots will also have that embossed element as well. So the workshop came with a bunch of photo spot holders. So that's what I'm working with here. I usually put those down with just a small amount of adhesive because I like to decide once I have my pictures developed if I want the extra layer or not for matting. If I want the extra layer, then I need to trim down my pictures a little bit, but it gives me some choices. They didn't have enough of these photo spots or in all the right sizes, so I pulled out some other ones that I had. And you notice that sticker that came with the workshop, I kind of took away the sticky from the back of it and then put on some dimensionals. Some of the dimensionals I left the backing on because they're overlapping where the photo spots are, and I want to be able to slide the photos in easily. So there's our first page done, and we will repeat the process for the strips of paper at the top and at the bottom of the page. Now, once I get pictures, and I think I'm close to getting pictures soon to be able to scrapbook this senior, I think I will possibly add a little bit of stamping behind some of the elements for the pages that I'm making for you today. But since I don't have pictures yet, I don't really want to commit to a lot of distressed stamping in the background or anything that looks too like mud splats or splatters that look very distressed, just because I'm still waiting to see what kind of pictures I get. So here's some more of that copper clay cardstock, and I really like this paper. This plaid one is one of my favorites in the whole paper pack, and I think that's what attracted me to it and made me want to use it in this scrapbook at all. But I just needed a way to make this all much more masculine. I like that the workshop shows you that the opposite papers are used for these photo spots, if this makes sense. So the plaid is the top right and bottom left, and then the copper clay is the top left and bottom right. I like how they kind of offset each other, and then this little spot is off to the side as well. And that one's just a little 3x4 photo spot. When I put my adhesive on for all of the photo spots and the little photo mats, I try to make sure that there's room to slip all of the pictures underneath and that you won't run into adhesive, and it's just in the right spots to hold it down. When I add pictures, I can always go back and add more adhesive. These are some of the tags that were cut out from the Cricut file, and I know I don't have any string or ribbon on it. I'm going to come back and add something in just a minute to put on the tops of those tags as well. I really wish we still had some of this tartan foil because it matches so perfectly with this scrapbooking workshop. And I love the copper clay added in with the Everyday You and Me workshop. It gives it a much deeper feeling, especially if you wanted to make it into something masculine. And with this circle, you'll notice I'm putting a bunch of dimensionals on the back, but I'm only going to peel off the backing to the parts that are not overlapping pictures. Do you see that? I only took off 2 of those tiny little spots. Now that can serve as a journaling spot. I was kind of worried about whether I should stick it down or not, If I do it as a journaling spot, I might have trouble writing on those dimensionals. I'm just not sure. Okay, so these cute little trinkets are the industrial trinkets. They are still available on the website, and they give it a masculine feel. Does that make sense? So it looks like a rivet or something, not quite. I think I'm going to also use them in the Trusty Tools workshop that I've been working on, because I just love the masculine feel that they give. And I'm bringing in my mini dots, and I'm going to actually put a couple of these on the back of each one of those little trinkets. They're actually they're kind of thick, and they're kind of heavy. They have some weight to them. I really like them though. I think I need to pick up another pack of them. I'm going to go through these really fast in this workshop, and I want to have enough for my other Trusty Tools workshop. So as I'm finishing up this layout, I do want to remind you that through the end of February, we still have the celebration promotion going on. That celebration promotion has lots of elements to it. The most exciting one, I think, for most people is that for every $60 that you order, you get a free item. There are some items that are for $120, but you have lots of free items that you can earn during celebration. Okay, when I bring in a new pack for page 2, I did go through and divide up all the pieces. And this is kind of how the layout's going to look. And there's this adorable grid that was cut out, and I'm just going to go through and snip the whole thing in half. Snip, snip, snip all the way up. And then I'm going to put half on each side. And then do you see at the bottom left, there's a little golf tee. So I'm going to have that little flag for the golf. My senior that I'm scrapbooking for did golf 1 year, and he worked several years at a golf course. So I think I'll probably have some pictures that I can work in here that will have to do with golfing. And I could have actually taken this pretty Peacock cardstock and gutted it, but I did not. I just needed to get some pages done. So I'm going to go ahead and put that large wild wheat print on the back. It does have some leaves on it, but I think it will really work in with the golf pages because you're outdoors, and so I think the print will work perfect for the golf page. And I have taken my mono glue and put it into a very small little glue bottle, and it has a much finer precision tip to it to help with my gluing, and I've really liked using that small glue bottle. I do also have some spots remaining for my upcoming crop at the library the last Saturday in March. So if you are interested in coming to a one-day crop in Northwest Ohio, just let me know. I have so much fun at these crops, and I get a lot done. I think all the ladies do, and it's just a really nice day crop. That little glue bottle was one of our little treat bag things that we had at a recent crop. Everybody got one of those small little glue bottles. Okay, so here's some more of those photo spots that I put on, and then I had already assembled my Cricut cuts, and this little guy, I just put him on with dimensionals and mini dimensionals so that it was a nice little accent on the bottom of the page. So one of the other parts of celebration is the promotion for a new starter kit. So if you would be interested in earning free products and getting a discount on all your purchases, you can join for $99. When you join, you get to pick out $125 worth of free product, and then you can get a free Handmade Designs cling stamp set during the celebration promotion. And the stamp set is adorable, as well as either a pack of, no, 2 packs of Stampin' Right marker sets, and you can pick out which colors you want, or you can pick out another $30 worth of products. So if you go with the option with the marker set, I think you end up getting like $216 worth of products for $99. So it's a great time to join if you would like to do that. And who doesn't like free products? I know I do. And then you will be getting an automatic 20% discount on all of your products. And if you want to share this great product line with your friends, you're going to earn 20% commission on anything you sell to them. And that commission can even grow with your sales. So getting back to the layout, here we have the other half of that grid, and I'm just going to glue it down to the right hand side of the page. I think this grid would also work really well on like soccer pages, but my senior that I'm scrapbooking for does not play soccer. But I think it'll work well with almost any like masculine type page or any sports page for boy or girl. And I really like how these squares are laid out, or I should say rectangles, for the photo spots. You have 3 of the copper clay and then 1 of the plaid. And the plaids kind of offset and are diagonal from each other across the 2 pages on the layout. So I'm going to add these all down. And then I'm going to bring in the other page. And then I noticed on the layouts that I am mimicking, there were some spots where these photo spots look like they had washi tape almost above it. So I came in and used some of the sticker sheet and just took some little strips of the stickers and ripped them like diagonally so that I could have some washi tape looking pieces above a few of my photo spots on this layout. This one had a little bit of another color, so I trimmed that off. And then I'm going to banner tip some of these stickers. I'm going to do this to a couple of these stickers where I'm cutting the banner tip. And then I'm going to bring in that Embossing Buddy and take the sticky off of them because it's going to be overlapping that photo spot. And so off camera, I'm actually patting that so I can remove the sticky off of it. And so the part that's going to overlap onto that photo actually has the sticky removed, and yep, they popped back up. So I will adhere those much better once I have photos on the layout. And so, but I like the little banner tipped pieces coming out over that photo spot. So you notice I tucked a little tag sticker underneath that bottom right photo spot. And now I'm going through with those industrial trinkets one more time. And I added that to that little tag. So there's my second layout, and here's a good look at each of them. Stay tuned because over the next week or so, I'm going to be adding 4 more layouts. And I hope you'll check out the rest of the design team to see what they've created. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more crafty inspiration.